So we're here at the Wines of South Africa, a wine tasting event here in Lagos. It's happening at the Lagos Marriott Hotel, Ikeja, Lagos. It's a wonderful atmosphere here. We have lots of wine brands all the way from South Africa, and it's as you can see, I'm having a glass of sparkling wine. Really tastes nice. This is a rosé, so I'm going to be having more. Come along with me and I'll show you more tastes from South Africa.
I think it's time we confronted the situation in front of us. And I think it's time we talk it out.
Here with me is Wahid from Cape Dreams. Hi Wahid.
Good evening, how are you?
Great. So what edition is this?
This is the latest vintages. On the white wines, we have mostly the 2023, which is the latest harvest. And on the red wines, we have 2022 vintage that has just been released now as well. So we basically have a full range of red and white wines. We have dry wines, and we also have some sweet wines with a sweeter palate as well. Now, South Africa has got a long history of making wine. South Africa has been making wines over 364 years. But in that time, we have grown from a small wine producing country to a top 10. But in that beautiful vineyards, there are also diverse communities. These communities have been nurturing our vines for year after year, and where the nurturing of the vines is actually a tradition that they pass on from generation to generation. And for them, every harvest is a celebration. So Cape Dreams, when we present a bottle of Cape Dreams, we are actually, every bottle carries the hope and aspirations of those diverse communities that we want to share with the world. So when you look at our branding, it's a map of Africa. It is actually sharing this beautiful fruit of Africa with the world.
Chiamaka here from Cellar Central. So tell me about Cellar Central.
Okay, so Cellar Central is basically a wines distribution outfit. We have an online platform where we also do like online delivery, doorstep deliveries to your houses. We have a variety of brands beyond the South African brands that you can see here. We have like a variety of brands that we also distribute and retail as well.
Okay, so how long have you been in the market?
The Cellar Central brand, we have been in business for about 7 years. Right, yes.
So give or take in another 2-3 years, do you think you'll be able to penetrate the market so much that when we walk into a restaurant or a lounge, it's easy to find your brand in the bar?
So currently, when you go to, there are a lot of names that I will mention to you that you would not know, but we do supply to those outfits, right? So currently we are doing a lot, right? We already have we have wholesalers, a lot of wholesalers that buy from us. We also have some retail stores that we supply to as well, and we have some private entities that do like their events, drink purchase from us as well. So we are doing what we have to do at the moment, and we hope to be a household name at some point.
Here with me is a long-time friend, and he's a master in this business, a connoisseur to be precise. And welcome Sam Douglas.
Very well, thank you very much for that great eulogy.
Looking at what is happening today, Wines of South Africa, what do you think of this event?
I was speaking to the marketing manager for Africa, I think, Matomi, and I was telling him it's a very great initiative that the mainland market, what a lot of people don't know, is actually the bedrock of this industry, and it's been neglected for a long time by a lot of brands, not just for wines, but even spirit. I mean, things like this should happen more on the mainland than even on the island, because the market is here, and it needs to be communicated to the people so they don't feel left out from what is happening. They are the ones who are driving the volume of this market, whether you like it or not. You might not see them because nobody is telling their story, and this is the right thing to do. And if they continue doing this, of course, the South African wines will continue to grow in the market. As we all know, they are the fastest growing range in the country today.
So we have a superstar here, Uti Umwachuku. How are you, Uti?
Great. I'm doing great.
It's great to see you.
You too.
Right, so tell me, what's it been like at the event here today?
Oh, just a lot of wine.
Exactly, a lot of wine. Good wine, yeah. So, naturally, are you a wine lover?
Oh, I love wine, especially white wine. That's my.
Okay. White, sour, white, sweet?
I'd rather go for dry. Dry
Okay.
wine. Yes.
Okay, all right.
Or semi-sweet, but dry.
Right. Okay, so looking at it, I know you may not, understand the business of wine and marketing, but do you think these brands you see here may have a place in our market, in the Nigerian
I
market?
don't understand the business of wine. Have you forgotten that I was once a brand ambassador for Martini?
Oh yeah, Martini, I remember now. I remember now.
Years ago. So, yeah, of course I do. Of course they all stand a chance because there is a wine community in Nigeria, believe it or not. So as long as they get their marketing right and use the right influencers and ambassadors, they definitely stand a chance here.
Oh my gosh, it's Brandon.
Yeah, so I have Rob here from Ikeja Wines, and he's going to tell us about Ikeja Wines. Hi, Rob.
Hi, how are you?
Great, I'm great. So tell me about Ikeja Wines.
All right, this is going to be fun. I'm going to show you now your new favorite wine. And I promise you, based on what I've learned in the last 2 hours at this table, I'm going to show you your new favorite wine. We love the sweet red wine customer. We wanted to grow fruit and make wine and put the sweet right there on the label so people could be proud and know it was made for them and have something delicious, fresh, energetic. You're going to taste this. You're going to find it's sweet, but then it's fresh. It has nice acid, and you're like, okay, I can have some more. All right, this is where the truth happens.
Baby, it's my time to Baby, it's my time to
Proudly, we're in this African community. We may be, way up here in Lagos, but we're talking about a greater African community, and I think it's really nice that this is South African.
So here I have with me the South African ambassador to Benin and Togo. Hello, ma'am.
Good evening, how are you?
Great, thank you. So tell me, what's the concept behind this wine event?
South African wine is almost 400 years old. That's how long we've been producing wine. And as one of the trademarks, when you think about South Africa, you think of a couple of things. You think Nelson Mandela, and you think wine, and you think tourism, of course. And so we are here tonight because we want to reintroduce, because already the wine is in the market. We want to reintroduce South African wines, and today we have more than 40 brands who's here. But I'm here because I'm South Africa's ambassador to Benin and Togo, and I want to replicate what we have done here today in Benin as well, because South African wine has a good story to tell, and we want to tell that story.
Nigeria is ready to hear that story, and we want to make sure that the rest of the region of Benin Togo is also ready to hear that story.
Okay, so based on whatever research you may have done or findings about what the market is like, do you think South African wines have got a place to occupy in the Nigerian market?
Oh, absolutely. You know, one of the things about our wine is that people relate to South Africa as a place where wine comes from, where premier wine comes from. And there's several brands that you will, and cultivars that you will find in South Africa, but you won't find in France or any other wine producing countries. But what's even more significant is that our story, our wines tell a story, right? Our wines tell a story of an industry that was white controlled in the past. And since 1994, we've transformed our industry completely. And now you find the wine is actually produced not only by black workers, but also owned through cooperatives by black workers as well. And people want to hear that story. When people drink or eat anything, they want to know what is the concept behind this? Where does this wine come from? And that's why I say that we've got a good story to tell. So when you take our wine, it's not just about consuming a beautiful beverage, but it's also about contributing to the democracy and the non-racial, non-sexist character that we have within our country. And it's also, of course, to honor the father of our nation, Nelson Mandela, whose vision got us to the point where we are now seen as, next to Nigeria, two of the most significant and biggest economies on the entire continent.
So I'm here with Victor. Victor is an investment banker and a pensions manager. Hello, Victor.
Hi. Good to meet you.
So I presume you're a wine lover.
Yeah, sure. I take wine a lot. Yeah.
So what would you choose? Sweet red, sweet white, or sour red or sour white?
Yeah, there's this saying, if you're doing a red wine, whether it's sweet or it's fresh or dry, it goes with meat, beef. But if you go to the white wine, it goes with fish. So I take a lot of red wine. So I take a lot with suya, with beef, and all of that. So I do a lot of red wine, whether it's dry or whatever. Yeah.
Well, I think that's why you look good, because like I say, the doctor says a glass of wine a day keeps the doctor away.
Yeah, sure.
Looking at this, it's an event put together by the South African body. Do you think they might have a market here in Nigeria?
Interestingly, Nigeria is one of the biggest markets for luxury brands and products and all that, particularly wine and all that. I'm not surprised, because Nigeria is a big destination for luxury brands, for wine and all that. So there's a lot of opportunities for Nigeria.
So I have Chananaya here. Hi, Chananaya.
Hi, Nikki.
You look beautiful. And what do you think the night has been like?
So it's been really nice, really insightful, because I'm new to the wine tasting world. I'm new to the wine world in general. So before I taste anyone's wine, I tell them to tell me a story about their brand and their wine. And I've learned really new things, really. Like, there's a brand here they're the only brand who's ever been endorsed by King. There's the Grass to Grace story about a lady that had nothing, got a scholarship to a wine, school, and then started her brand. So many different stories, unique stories that I'm in love with, especially the King, because he does it to, give people money, to raise funds for people within his community. And being someone that's into a lot of social work, I absolutely love that. So it's been very insightful, new tastes, some tastes that I didn't particularly like, but some that I absolutely fell in love with. And so it's been a wonderful night.
So like you said, it's your first time attending a wine tasting event.
Yes.
Right. Do you think it's something you want to do more?
Of course, 100%. Next year I'm going to be here.
Okay. So I have Stuart here from Dragon's Back Mountain. Hi, Stuart.
Hello.
So tell us about your brand.
So Dragon's Back Mountain is actually named after the Drakensberg Mountains in South Africa, which in Afrikaans loosely translates the Dragon's Back. So it's the Dragon's Back, so we call it the Dragon Back Mountain. So it's we do a red, white and a rosé blend. It's a smooth style. and it's more on the sweeter palate. So we have a naturally sweet white, we have a naturally sweet rosé, and we have a smooth red.
So how old is the brand?
The brand is probably about 8 years old now. We actually developed it for the West African market, actually, and since then it's spread. And we sell an awful lot in South Africa, as well as East Africa and West Africa.
So I have Austin here from KWV Wines. Hello, Austin.
Hello.
How's the evening going?
Very well.
So tell us about your brand.
Okay, KWV is one of the prestigious South African brands, top quality, and you know, it gives everything it promises. And we have over 30-something variants from the KWV. Yeah. Including the prestigious KWV brandies. We have the XXO brandy, we have the 15 years, 12 years, 10 years brandies, and then we have the wines as well. From the varietal wines to the mixed blend to the sparkling, you know, name it. We have everything you want. We've been able to place the product in over 90% of the modern retail stores, and now we're placing it in the Horeca. So we have it in Eco Hotels, the George Hotels, a couple of restaurants as well, and we're trying to put it in literally every door.
So I'm here with Jill from Star of Africa. Hi, Jill.
Hi, how are you?
Great, thank you. So how's the evening going?
Really good. I mean, look around yourself. It looks like people are really enjoying themselves.
Having fun.
Yes, that's what wine is supposed to be about. Like, you know, passion, pleasure, sharing. That's what it's all about, and that's what it looks like tonight. So we are very happy.
So tell me, what is it about Star of Africa?
So the reason why we developed Star of Africa is because we felt like people wanted to rely onto something that was talking to them. And today, if you go to any country where you have, for example, animals, estates, parks, that's where you're going to see all these animals, these elephants. So Star of Africa was to reward the continent and the countries about what makes them so special. I'll give you an example. In Tanzania, we are sponsoring, with the sales of Star of Africa, we are sponsoring an elephant orphanage. Any sales of Star of Africa brings money that we give to the community that are taking care of all the elephants to the orphanage. We create t-shirts and do some activities so that we can gather funds that can go back to the community. And this is in Kenya also, this is happening in Uganda as well. So this is the whole idea, is that people can rely to something that belongs to them. This is Africa. And look tonight, this is the Star of Africa.
So we're here with Na from the Ghana Expo Promotion Authority. Hi, Na.
Hi.
So how's the evening going?
It's been awesome. I've had so much fun, and I'm really glad about how Ghanaians have accepted our chocolates. Their feedback has been great. So yeah,
right.
It's so good.
Okay. So tell me, what really is it with the Ghana Expo Promotion Authority?
Okay, so the Ghana Export Promotion Authority is a government agency. We are under the Ministry of Trade of Ghana, and we are mandated to promote and facilitate exports, of which chocolate is part. That is why we have products from Ghana, chocolate products from Ghana, and the Wines of South Africa program.
Yeah. All right. You know, one thing I would say about the chocolates from Ghana is they're lovely, because every time I go to Ghana, I make sure I buy packs of chocolates. I'm not a sweet tooth. I'm not a sweet tooth, but I want to. I'm always so proud to say Africans made this. You know, talking about the taste, the packaging, everything is just perfect. You know, how have you been able to, you know, do something similar to what the Western world presents to us?
Okay, so for us at Ghana, we always say that chocolate is our brown gold. I think it has to do with where we are situated in Ghana. We are in the middle of the world, so yeah, exactly. So everything from us is the best. Everything from Ghana, especially chocolate, is the best, yes. And most of the chocolates you find outside Ghana are made of 70% Ghanaian chocolates. Yeah, but what I can say is that we've done our best to promote Ghanaian chocolates. And chocolatiers are also doing their very best to ensure that whatever product they come out with is good, is of good taste, and also showcases that Ghana is really where you need to go if you want best chocolate.
So I have the Consul General, South African Consul General to Nigeria. Hello, sir.
Hi, good evening. Thank you very much for having us.
Good evening. All right, so what's the idea behind this event?
Well, you know, South African wine is considered to be part of our heritage. It has a very long history, which is quite very interesting. The beginning of wine in South Africa started in 1659, about 7 years after Jan van Riebeeck settled in South Africa. You remember he was on a voyage and he used Cape Town, the southern tip of South Africa, as his refreshment station. So 7 years after he arrived, he unveiled the first bottle of wine in 1659. He was the governor of South Africa. And since then, the rest is history. And you'd also recall that before the end of apartheid in 1994, although South Africa produced wine, very good wine, it was not very well known throughout the world because of sanctions. So after 1994, the Wines of South Africa was established. It's a not-for-profit organization that really seeks to promote South African wine throughout the world. Today they are here to promote South African wine. We have, as you know, one amongst the best weather conditions in the world that is capable of producing very good bouquets of wine. And some of the most prominent vineyards are found in Cape Town. And here we have about 14 exhibitors and wine producers who are representing close to 20 brands. And they have different bouquets. And I'm also aware that Nigerians have a very sweet tooth when it comes to wine. So provision has been made for that kind of market. But what really happens today, it's an opportunity for producers from South Africa to interact with potential buyers and distributors here in Nigeria. South African wine, surprisingly, and I can tell you this for free, South African wine is very popular in Nigeria, although very costly because of import duty tax. But the reason why they are here today is to try and look at avenues through which these importations can be reduced through importation of huge quantities. And we are hoping that there will be a few deals that will be signed amongst producers, exhibitors, as well as distributors in Nigeria. But again, you also have wine lovers, wine connoisseurs, who love South African wine and would like to collect a few bottles. So this gives them an opportunity to be introduced to quite a number of wines, and they are also given an opportunity to taste. So even if they may not have an opportunity to buy today, many of them are taking pictures of the type of wines that they like. Yes, and they'll probably be on the shelves quite very soon. But I think more than half of those that are here today are already available in the market. So we are hoping that through this event, we will see the growth in the market. We will see more demand. They are introducing more bouquets into the market. There are new brands that have been introduced today here. So we are hoping that in a not so distant future, we will be able to have road shows to introduce those new brands. You know, one of the most popular brands is Nederbeck. It has stood the test of time. And I think they also have a sweet one for the Nigerian palate. So it's a very fantastic evening, relaxed. Friends are reconnecting. People are making new friendships and reconnecting and talking business. It's a very relaxed evening, and we are hoping that this will go a long way. It's an annual event, and on an annual basis, it grows in leaps and bounds. Thank you very much for having us here, and of course for choosing the wines of South Africa to do this program. We are really grateful that you are able to make public what South Africa has to offer. This is part of our heritage. We hold very dear to it, and as I said, wine in South Africa has a very long and beautiful history. Wine is a beverage, it's a fermented beverage that makes us keep friends. It is through the fermented beverage in the name of wine that we are able to keep relationships. We meet with friends and family over a bottle of wine. We go to restaurants over a bottle of wine. You take a meal over a glass of wine, and so on. So wine serves a multi-purpose. It serves as a multi-purpose enhancer in life. But most importantly, we encourage the wine lovers in Nigeria to visit South Africa. The wine stories of South Africa are best told by winemakers themselves in the vineyards. So we invite them to visit South Africa and experience the stories themselves, experience the weather conditions. And there's something that is called wine pairing. They pair that with food. I'm not a connoisseur myself, I read about this, but we invite Nigerians to visit South Africa to enjoy our landscape, the tapestry of culture and Ubuntu, the hospitality that we have to offer. They will do all that with a very good glass of wine. Thank you very much for having us.
So tell us, how has it been so far this evening?
Well, I can say for a fact that I enjoyed myself. It has been eventful. I've done a lot of networking. It's been beautiful. And the wine, oh my God, the wine is very good. I almost got drunk. This is beautiful, actually.
So I'm here with Nelly from Brian Monroe. Hi, Nelly.
Hi, good evening. How are you?
So how have you been enjoying the evening?
Yeah, we are part of the sponsors and the participants, so we are here to just have a nice time, a very good taste of wine of South Africa.
All right, so just tell us briefly about your wines.
Okay, my wines are from South Africa, and we pride ourselves to carry the best of brands, premium brands, the Boshendal, and then the Tolos. And those are premium brands from Boshendal, from South Africa.
So guys, it's been a wonderful time at the Wines of South Africa 2023. I hope we all had a lovely time listening to what everyone had to say about the event and from products from South Africa. Hope to see you next year. Thank you.
My name is Wyatt Khan from Cape Dreams. I'm here to share Africa with the world. Keep watching Tatashe, A Taste of Africa.
Hi people, my name is Sam Douglas. You're watching Tatashe TV, A Taste of Africa.
Hi, my name is Chiamaka, and you're watching Tatashe TV, A Taste of Africa.
Hi, I'm Rob. You're watching Tatashe, A Taste of Africa.
Hi, my name is Chananaya, and you're watching Tatashe TV, A Taste of Africa.
Hello, I'm Stuart, and I'm watching Tatashe TV, Taste of Africa.
My name is Austin, and you're watching Tatashe TV, A Taste of Africa.
My name is Jill, and you're watching Tatashe TV, A Taste of Africa.
Hello, my name is Nao Dako, and I work with the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. Tatashe, Tatashe, A Taste of Africa.
What up, my name is Uti Wachku, and you're watching Tatashe, The Taste of Africa. Keep it locked.
My name is Bobby Moray. I'm the Consul General of South Africa in Lagos. You are watching Tatashe, The Taste of Africa.
This is Ambassador Marks. I'm responsible for Benin and Togo. And tonight I want to give a shout out to this wonderful production company called Tatashe. They are indeed the taste of Africa, and we salute all of the wonderful work that they are doing to showcase what Nigeria has to offer.